Wait, sis, do not throw that wig away. This is Nesta from Nimah Hair, and I'm going to show you how to take that dingy, old, used, worn out wig and turn it into something that looks brand new. Just follow this video step by step. So as you can see, this hair has absolutely nothing in it. I just washed it and air dried it. It doesn't have any products, any serums. That's why it's extremely frizzy. This is just a natural texture. And it's also tangled because I threw it in the closet. So first I used the Climax Silk Me, and I apply this to the hair prior to blow drying it. Now, I do not believe that this is a heat protectant. If you would like to apply a heat protectant before this, you can. I use this as more of a sealant, and it also helps with the frizz. So because this wig has a frizz issue from being thrown around, I'm gonna apply the Climax Silk Me. So section the hair into 3 sections. I do half of it towards the bottom and blow dry that entire half together. Now this is already dry. It's been air drying for about 3 days, but I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry it to get that wave out of it prior to doing either a wand or straightening it. On the top section, I'm gonna do 2 sections and use a clip to clip it up out of the way. And I'm gonna apply the Climax Silk Me again. Again, you're gonna do a quarter-sized amount and just start at the ends and work your way up. Okay, as you can see, I blow dried the entire wig. So now I'm just gonna use my wig clips to secure it onto the canvas. Now this part is optional. If you do not like baby hair, you do not have to do this part. This wig already had baby hair, and I'm just going to refresh it, kind of even it out, take off the ends that look like they are worn out from being gelled down so much, and cut basically new baby hair. So I'm just parting a small amount here and there. I'm not a fan of the thick baby hairs, but if you are, go ahead and cut more. To each its own on this part. This is more of a personal preference. As you can see, I'm doing it a little bit towards the front, around the temples, right above the ear, and that's pretty much it. And I do a very small section. Now throughout this video, I'm not going to foam down the baby hair all that much because this lace is already cut. So I'm foaming it onto the mannequin head, which doesn't make much sense at all. But I am gonna go ahead and get some type of shape going on. That way when I do go to install it, it's a lot easier. So just separate the baby hair that you're gonna cut from the rest of the hair, pull it forward, and then you're going to use scissors to cut it. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the foam. This is the wrapping foam that I use. Usually I apply it in my hands and then on the wig. I was recording this video very late at night, so I think I was just a bit out of it during this part, but just put it in your hand and then apply it to the hair that you pulled back and also the new baby hairs that you cut. This will help keep the hair in the back out of your way and also mold the baby hair into the shape that you desire when you apply your wig onto your head. And that is the mousse that I use. Then I'm going to use my hot comb. I got this hot comb from Target, but you could get it from anywhere. Any beauty supply stores, Target, Walmart. It's nothing fancy, it's just a regular hot comb, electric hot comb. And I use the hot comb first to smooth down the hair that I'm pulling out of my face. If you notice, I did not apply a part to this wig because I'm not exactly sure what kind of part I want when I apply it to my head and do the install. Once I install it, I'll determine the part that day. But I'm just gonna smooth down the hair that's towards the front of the hair, keeping the baby hairs pulled forward. And the temperature that I have it set on is 410 degrees Fahrenheit. So see, as you can see, it's smooth back and the baby hair is still towards the front. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mold the baby hair. So I'm just molding the baby hair now, pulling it forward out of the way of the hair that I pulled back. Because when I apply my wig, I want this to be dry and I want it to be easier to then find the baby hair and actually apply it to my skin or towards the hairline. So it's just a lot easier if you go ahead and train it on the mannequin head, let it dry a bit, and then it'll be out of your way during the install. I'm not doing this for perfection. Like I said, I'm just getting it out of the way. This is not what the baby hair looks like once it's on my actual head. I just need to get it out of the way and let it dry that way over time. So now you're going to take a satin or silk scarf and tie down the front of the hair with the baby hair onto the mannequin head. You're going to leave this scarf on until it is completely dry. That way that mold and shape that you want it stays. Now I'm going to section the rest of the hair into two sections, a left and right side. And use clips to clip it out of the way. I like to detangle with this paddle brush. I have had this paddle brush for years. I'm not even sure where I got it from. I think I got it like 5 years ago. It is the best paddle brush ever. So I'm going to apply the Climax, except this time is the Gloss Me. So the first time that you saw me apply Climax, it was with the Silk Me when I did blow drying. This is with Gloss Me, and that's what I used before using a flat iron or curling wand to style it. So when using a curling wand or a curling iron, it's better if you curl towards the face and then away from the face. Curling the hair in two different directions prevents it from gathering at the end and looking like almost like a big blob. It gives it a lot more dimension and looks like a natural texture. So if you look throughout the video, I'm doing it towards and then away, towards and then away. And I do that for each section all the way to the top, like so. I hold it in my hand for about 3 seconds for it to cool down before I drop it. That just helps the curls last longer in the long run. Now, the one that is at the very front of the wig, I curl that away from the face. It gives it almost like that wispy, wind-blown, natural look. And you'll see that towards the end. So I completed that side and now I'm moving on to the next side. Just follow along, do the same thing. If you're using a flat iron, still section the same. Of course, you're just going to use a rat tooth comb to chase it and then use your flat iron to bring it down. The curling wand is on 410 degrees. If you're doing your flat iron, I would suggest doing it about 410 degrees as well. I do 430 if the hair is curly and I'm bringing it straight, but this hair has a very loose wave to it, so there's no need to apply high heat like that. I think 410 should be the max. Look how beautiful it looks already. It's coming back to life. Look at that. So just follow along and do the same steps. So now I'm curling the last piece, and as you can see, it's already completely restored. It looks like a brand new wig. So I'm just gonna take the satin scarf off. The baby hair is just molded. It's not styled yet, it's just molded. But you can see that it's no longer frizzy. It looks shiny, it looks healthy again. And then I'm just gonna run my hands through it just to loosen up that curl and give it more of a natural look. There you go. Look how great it looks. Oh my God, it's beautiful. From that to this. I hope you guys enjoyed.